important as a collaborator, as an actor, that you're making offers. So that's about knowing the story so that you are aware of when the key moments of storytelling are happening. And that's about looking after yourself in terms of your offers having angles that make you visible. You know, just so that I don't have a really important bit of information that I'm throwing upstage. And then we're thinking about proximity, of course, is very important in terms of storytelling. The audience, I think, are fundamental. This could be very long. The audience, I think, fundamentally are interested in relationship. So they're interested in the space between bodies. And so Geordie is wonderful with that, because he's really thinks about when can we extend, even when it's an intimate moment, when are we extending the space between bodies so that the audience has space to be invited into that intimacy and that relationship, and then sometimes we're very close together. I take a few really fundamental key hints from Michael Chekhov, who, as some of you might know, was a student of Mr. Konstantin Stanislavski. But Chekhov's very interested in thinking, feeling, and willing. So as sort of different aspects of humanity and how we can use those to highlight character. And he gives three really useful images for these three different placements in the human body, which is that thinking actually has a relationship to the quality of a stick, and that feeling has a relationship to the quality of a veil, and that willing, our capacity for action and wanting to get stuff done, has a relationship to a ball. And so even with those three possibilities for character, they're wonderful starting points. And of course you can imagine that all of those have infinite possibilities. So a stick could be like a very thin steel rapier that is in your spine, or it could be a baseball bat in your spine. And already just those little options completely change the quality of how we feel inside our own body. Another thing that I've been thinking about with my characters is simply height. So, and that goes into another aspect that Michael Chekhov talks about, which is the imaginary body. So, you know, as soon as you think about yourself as being very thin, or being broad, being short, or being tall, these things just immediately start influencing you. So it's like all of that stuff is floating around for me while we start unpacking the psychology of the characters, and then I just sort of begin sliding into options and trying different things out.